Bad news. More weeks pass. Something strange is happening to the world. I hear birdsong now, where only silence filled the air before. Tiny green hints dot the trees and bushes. The snow is getting smaller and grayer, like an old person whose time is past. Dave says it's called spring. One morning, Lou calls us to come into her kitchen. A plate of warm chocolate cookies waits for us. I'm happy about this until I see Lou's ankle, covered by a thick white bandage. Sprained the dang thing last night, she says. Slipped in the barn. Do you have any pains? I ask. Nah, she waves away the question like a troublesome insect. But it's gotten me to thinking, boys. Even with your help, I just can't keep this place running anymore. Wish it weren't that way. I've been here a long, long time. It's time to sell and move on. Ganwar nods. He doesn't look surprised. It's okay, Lou. We knew it probably wouldn't last. I stare out the window. Where will you go? I ask in a whisper. When the farm is sold. Lou lifts her shoulders. I'm not sure. This has been my home so long, I don't know anywhere else. I have a sister in Los Angeles. She makes a face. Not sure I could stand all that nice weather. What would I complain about? We could stay on as long as you need us, Ganwar says. He doesn't sound mad at all. He sounds like he is used to being disappointed. But what about Goal? I ask. My voice has a crack in it. Lou looks out the window, too. I don't know, Keck. They're going to build a strip mall. Won't be needing a cow, I'm guessing. She sighs. Goal is very old. Goal is a very old, tired animal. I don't think we'll probably be able to find anyone who wants her. I'm sorry, hon. I leap to my feet. My chair falls back with a loud thud. I hate it here, I scream. I want to go home. I run out the door and across the field toward the bus stop. I'm glad that Lou can't follow me with her sore foot. I'm sorry that I'm glad. And I'm mad that Ganwar isn't mad enough. No more. I stop working at Lou's. Ganwar keeps going to the farm, but he doesn't say anything to me about it. When he comes home with hay and mud stuck to the bottom of his running shoes, I leave the room. Lou calls for me on my aunt's telephone to see if I will change my mind, but I won't talk to her. She tells my aunt I'm a hard worker. She says she and Goal miss my smile. One morning, Mr. Franklin says, "Hey, cowboy," and I almost start to cry. I say, please don't call me that anymore. I am just Keck now. But I don't tell him why. Hannah says I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face. I don't know what this means, so she explains. It means you're being a stubborn, moron boy. She looks a little sad when she says this, so I don't get mad at her. Why don't you at least keep going for a while, she asks. It could be months before she leaves. Because at the end I know Lou and Goal and the farm will be gone forever, I say. Can't you understand this feeling? Hannah chews on her lip. Yeah, I guess I can, she says at last. I wonder if maybe she is thinking about her mother, who is not a Foster. But I don't ask. Last day. The day's warm and the world begins again. I think of Goal nosing the ground, grateful to find tender grass appearing at her feet. After spring, Ganwar says, comes the time called summer, and no school, and sun strong as a young man. He says Lou may not leave until summer ends, but I close my ears to his words. The last day of school, Ms. Hernandez and Mr. Franklin put our desks into a circle. Ms. Hernandez stands in the middle. Here comes the speech, she says. We all groan. That noise is the same in all languages. She laughs. I promise it'll be a very short speech. I just want you to know that I'm very proud of all of you. You have learned much and come far this year. She makes a funny sound in her throat, but I do not think she has a cold. Like so many immigrants before you, I know you'll help make this country a better, stronger place. She wipes her eyes. Okay. Speech over. Mr. Franklin brings over a big box and places it on a desk. Inside is a cake, an amazing long cake. I wonder if maybe it's the biggest cake in the world. Ta-da, he says. In the middle of the cake is a green lady with her arm in the air. She's holding a green candle. Anybody recognize this old gal? Mr. Franklin asks. The Statue of Liberty, everyone yells at once. Why is she falling over? Jaime asks. Hey, I'm a teacher, not a baker, says Mr. Franklin. Maybe she's tired, Miss Hernandez suggests. She has a big job after all. Why does she have a dog? Pedro asks. Mr. Franklin sighs loudly. That isn't a dog, it's a cow. It's supposed to be Gull. He shrugs. I thought it would be a nice touch. I look away. I still haven't told anyone at school that Gull will soon be gone. There are words all over the cake in green letters. Many words in squiggles. Before we eat, Miss Hernandez says, we read. Everyone groans again, but she holds a finger to her lips, and you know what that means. Business. Mr. Franklin lights the candle, and Miss Hernandez makes her voice extra soft so that we will pay attention. That is a trick teachers like to use. These are important words, she says. They mean that this is your country, now and forever. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. The candle glows in the green lady's hand, and I don't understand all the words, but somehow I know they're strong and fine. I wonder if someday it will feel like they are meant for me too. And then we eat the cake, all of it, except Gull. Summer. I would not be truthful if I said that winter is my favorite time. Winter is wet and heavy work. True, I learned to make snowballs like perfect moons and to catch a snowflake on my tongue, but I grew weary of looking for missing gloves. After such a winter, summer comes like a present with a bow. Summer is ice cream and skateboards and sweet grass under your free toes. And just as Dave promised, the not dead trees had been teasing me. Their leaves stop hiding, and over my head they weave a cool roof of green. Ganwar says that the farm will have its new owner at the end of the summer. Lou can stay till fall, and then they will tear down the buildings. Lou is sad, he says. She misses me. I say he can tell Lou and Gull that I miss them, but I will not be coming back. Hannah tries to take my mind off the farm. She knows all the secret summer things. We take the bus to a swimming hole, shaped like a giant brick. It's filled with blue water and laughing children. First hot sun is on your skin, then you jump in. For a while, you are a fish in a warm, pretending lake. She takes me to the library, too, like the one at school, only with enough books for the whole world to read. They give me a card with my name on it, and let me look at book after book. The library workers don't even know me, and yet they promise I could take books home. To be trusted with such precious gifts is a great honor. My father would have sung me a song of pride to see his son so trusted. Hannah helps me find books with pictures of Africa. They don't seem real, these flat colors, smooth to my fingers. They make me happy, but also sad. I see a picture of a woman, tall with strong arms and sunny eyes, and for a moment, a crazy moment, I think it might be my mother. She's like her, I say to Hannah, but it's not. She's very beautiful, Hannah says. I'm starting to not remember, I whisper. Sometimes I can't see her face in my mind. Only when I'm asleep now is she real. I know, Hannah says. It's the same for me, too. The words steal her smile away, like clouds over sun. On the library table is paper in little pieces in a box, and a cup filled with short yellow pencils. I give a pencil to Hannah. You can still send a letter to her, I say. I wait. She doesn't speak. I say, you can, but I cannot. Hannah lets air out slowly from her mouth. She looks at me with her leave me alone face, but she takes the pencil. It's a very small paper, I say. It can be a very short letter. She chews on the pencil, she twirls hair around her finger, she makes another face at me. But when she starts to write, she can't stop. She fills paper after paper with words. At last she's done. There, she says, happy? I smile. Yes. Now we'll go mail it. Fine. She makes another sighing noise. And then I'll whip your butt at basketball. I don't mind that so much. She's mad, but it's a good kind of mad. Besides, she always beats me at basketball. More bad news. One hot day, Dave comes by to see how we are doing. Hannah and I are in the parking lot. She's teaching me how to skateboard. I have many hard places on my knees and elbows and a hat like a round ball on my head. This is good because I fall down every time. I try to stand on a skateboard. Hannah is trying not to laugh. I am trying not to fall. Looking good, buddy, Dave says, but he is just being kind. Why don't you take a break for a minute? I've got some things to talk over with you. I talked to Lou yesterday. We sit on a bench in front of the apartment. Hannah comes too. So you know about the farm, I say. I take off my round extra head and give it to Hannah. I'm sorry, Dave says. I know you liked working there. I'll try to find you another place to help out. Another place won't have goal, I say. Listen, buddy, Dave says. I'm afraid I've got some more bad news. I heard from Diane. They tracked down the people who made it to the 2 refugee camps we told you about. Something grabs my throat and tries to steal the air away. None of them was your mom, Keck. I look away. Nearby, a crow flaps his great black wings to chase away a sparrow. Hannah pats my back. There's still hope, though, right? She asks. Dave clears his throat. There's another small refugee camp about 80 miles south. We're checking out that one. I nod. Remember how your aunt told me you're an optimist, Keck? Dave asks. I need you to stay strong. In my pocket, I feel the soft blue and yellow fabric I have carried for so long. I remember something Ganwar said to me. Thank you for your helping, Dave, I say. But what I'm thinking is that a man knows when he's defeated. I'm in our tent at the camp, and all around me children and women sleep. We are too crowded to lie down. We sleep on each other, legs and arms twined. There is moaning and snoring and muttering and drooling, but it's a kind of uneasy peace. I'm not so hungry tonight. Grain came in bags from the helping people today. Mosquitoes buzz at the tent flaps, louder and louder still, and then I know it is the drone of a flying boat. The gunfire is almost gentle at first. Pop, 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 and then it gets closer and the world goes crazy with fear. Children scream, mothers sob, men threaten. A fire is burning somewhere close. My mother takes my hand, firm, sure. Come, my child, she says, as if we are going for a walk to look at the moon. We run from the tent, pretending a safe place lies just a few steps away. My mother falls, her dress caught on a bush, and then the gunfire comes harder, flying toward us like hot little stars. Run, Keck, my mother screams. Run now. I kneel beside her. I can't leave you, I say, or I think I say, for my voice is swallowed by the roaring night. My legs hurt. I can't run. You hide in the trees. You can get help from me when it's safe. Go, now. I start to run and I don't know that I'm clutching her dress and a tiny piece rips free and I run. And the trees are waiting and the men come with their knives and their guns and a mysterious hate. I wait with other children. I hold a little child and cover her mouth when she tries to cry. Dawn comes. Silence comes. Blood and death are everywhere. And my mother is gone. Confession. I awake to no blood, no bodies, no mama. I'm on the sofa and Ganwar sits on the floor next to me. You were moaning, he says. It must have been a bad one. I wipe my wet cheeks. Very bad. I was in the camp and the men with guns came. Ganwar nods. He clicks on a light and the shadows take form. I still have that one sometimes. Not like this one, I shiver. How can you be so sure, he asks. You can't visit my head. Because mine has truth in it, I say. Because in mine, I drop my head in my hands. Because in mine I leave Mama and run. In mine I'm a coward, and it's the truth. Ganwa stares past me for a long time. He is somewhere far away, and I know where it is. We all ran, Keck. It's the only reason we're here. I should have stayed with her. Even a brave man can't stop a bullet. You did what you had to do. Ganwa joins me on the sofa. He puts his arm around me. He doesn't seem surprised when I begin to sob, and I'm not so surprised when he, too, begins to cry.